SAGE, an acronym for Scientific Application Guide, is a web-based product selection guide which can be deployed on any information technology device, including desktop or notebook computers, tablets, or mobile phones. The design and development of this application is based on HTML5, cascading style sheets, and JavaScript on the client side, as well as PHP and MySQL database on the server side. The application also makes use of programming technology called AJAX, which executes asynchronous calls to the server using JavaScript and XML for a more fluid and responsive user experience. As a result of its open source technology, SAGE can be used on any operating system, including Microsoft Windows, Apple iOS, Google Android, and Linux. Additionally, it is compatible with various browsers, including Chrome, Firefox, Opera, Safari, and Internet Explorer. SAGE allows a user to quickly gain product recommendations based on any combination of criteria, including chemistry, end use, systems, features, properties, substrates, and applications. Let's see some examples of how SAGE works by first selecting a particular vendor, in this case, PQ. When any raw material supplier is selected, the Products tab will display all the vendor's products along with an initial set of key properties in a grid. In this case, the column headings are trade name, product name, average particle size, oil absorption, and pH. However, we're not limited to just those specific properties. We can customize the column headings by selecting or eliminating the available choices. In this case, we're including surface treatment and pore volume. Notice how these are now included in the grid for comparison. Now let's whittle down the list of PQ products displayed by selecting a particular type of chemistry. Because we initially selected PQ, the Chemistry tab automatically filtered down the available chemistry types to just additive. And the three types of additives represented by all the PQ products displayed in the grid are either free-flowing aids, matting agents, or moisture scavengers. Let's select matting, and more specifically, we want to see just the treated matting silicas PQ has to offer. Another feature of these product grids is the ability to sort on any column, either ascending or descending. In this case, pH, and average particle size. When we select a potential product of interest, we have the ability to quickly access its product bulletin or material safety data sheet. Let's now see examples where the most appropriate products can be determined based on selections within other tabs. In this case, the Chemistry tab. Suppose we're looking for an additive for rheology control. More specifically, an associative thickener based on a hydrophobically modified ethoxylated urethane, or UR. 4 choices are available. When we select a particular one, the physical and chemical properties are immediately displayed. Additionally, we have the opportunity to retrieve and download its product bulletin and material safety data sheet. If we decided to view other types of rheology additives, let's clear the selected product and head back to the Chemistry tab. We might be interested in oxidized polyethylenes, for example. This results in a different set of rheological additives as shown here. And as before, selecting a particular product displays its properties and the ability to retrieve the available documentation. Now let's examine how we find products suitable for a particular end use. For example, we may want to see what's available for graphic arts and, more specifically, overprint varnishes. Here, the results are numerous, which include radiation-curable monomers and oligomers, resin modifiers, waxes, and acrylic emulsions. Let's narrow down the choices by selecting a chemistry type. In this example, we'll select a micronized wax. Notice how quickly the choices are reduced to 2 products. And once again, selecting the product of interest displays its properties and the ability to retrieve its documentation. What if we wanted to know what products were available for different systems? Whether it's high solids, powder, energy curable, or in this case, hot melts. Here are the products of choice thus far. However, we can narrow down the possibilities if we have a particular end use in mind. Let's say adhesives, and more specifically, contact adhesives. We'll select this hydrocarbon resin as a potential candidate. We can also find products based on certain features. Suppose we're looking for products that demonstrate good grease resistance. Here they are. Or what if we wanted grease resistance and pigment stability? Then these are the choices left. We see that these products are produced by Mallard Creek Polymers. As before, if we select a vendor in the Vendors tab, the Products tab will display a grid of the appropriate products. And as before, we can customize the properties of interest as column headings. Let's choose FDA. Let's go back to the Features tab and clear the constraints of grease resistance and pigment stability. That allows us to see all the products Mallard Creek has to offer. Let's customize the grid to include pH and viscosity, but not FDA. Now let's see how powerful the Properties tab is. Suppose we're looking for Mallet Creek polymers that have a T sub G, or glass transition temperature, of less than 15 degrees C. Here they are. As you examine all the T sub G values, they are all less than 15 degrees C. Now let's go back to Properties and add another criterion. For example, a pH less than 7. The results narrow, and both the pH and T sub G values meet the criteria. We can fine-tune this further by adding another constraint on pH, less than 7 but greater than 5. Now we have only a few choices left. Now let's modify the T sub G value from less than 15 degrees C to greater than or equal to 15 degrees C. This results in a different set of products, and again, both the pH and T sub G values meet the requested values. Adding yet a final constraint of a T sub G less than 25 degrees C is very specific and narrows down all available polymers to just one choice. Now let's find some products suitable for a particular substrate. Whether it's wood, metal, leather, paper, or even concrete. It looks like there's a polymer and some matting agents that work best. Let's select the polymer. Now in this particular case, not only do you have access to its product bulletin and material safety data sheet, there appears to be another resource, a video presentation on this particular product. We're going to review a very unique waterborne acrylic polymer from Carachem called Carapol AAR 127. Now what makes this polymer interesting is its hydrophobic property and very small particle size. The Applications tab displays the possible ways an end product is applied: flexo, gravure, spray, electrodeposition, etc. In this case, let's select inkjet applied. The most appropriate products are the following. Let's select this particular silica, which can efficiently absorb water from an inkjet dye formula and allow a clean and crisp print. Finally, another feature we've included in Sage is a search box. One can then search on keywords, whether it's a particular vendor, product, chemistry, end use, feature, etc., and quickly display the most appropriate products. Let's type in the vendor name of PromChem. Here are the products that Prom produces. Let's type in the trade name K-Flex. Here are all the K-Flex products. Suppose one doesn't remember the exact product name, but recalls a 505 being part of it. This will seek out products that either begins with 505 or products that contain 505. How about finding all products that are dispersion agents? More specifically, polymeric dispersion agents. How about products suitable for roofing membranes? Or products applicable for powder coatings? For features, let's find products that have good anti-static characteristics. Or how about block resistance? We see some waterborne polymers, UV curable products, and silicas. Let's include the chemistry type as a wax. Just imagine how long it would take to screen product and application brochures to come up with the best fit for a customer's requirements. We think Sage is intuitive, user-friendly, and an invaluable tool for formulating chemists, technical sales representatives, customer service personnel, or anyone who needs product recommendations quickly.